to Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual side of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll run this play from the pistol. Back to the ground game on the left. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. I'm sure you guys saw what they get in recruiting four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of...
There he goes! Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They go right back to it. The Gators are stopped, but not before getting the first down. Mr. Two-Bits with the crowd. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie. Go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1. All for the Gators. Stand up and holler. The Gators look to keep this drive humming. They'll go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 or 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the run, now to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
Every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's White. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone and not work work out as he stopped at the 13. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Branch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Georgia sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
That's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was number one team you had.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Right on the money. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the move, it's A-back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Line is set on 3rd down. Johnson looking to throw. Complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Gator! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's involved so much, right? You see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Clemson. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll get this drive going from the 17. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football, early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Pulls it in. It's Branch. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
Grab near the marker. It's Branch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
They'll run it on first and goal. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get it before he gets started.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
Absolutely perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Toss to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy.
Turning it on! Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting, stud in the secondary, 5-star defensive back, gives him a verbal. What a huge boost for this program builder.
this is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a five-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there, this guy should be an impact player day one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
High quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that's a tough thing to do, man. Get this guy on the ground. You've already seen it. He's got a rushing touchdown in this football game. Down here in the red zone, you know his feet are going to be a big part of the offense. The defense was ready, and they get the sack.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's White. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Florida! What a play! Not only the interception, but a great return for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in at Hammerlock here in week 10. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll bring it out. It's White. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. From the 26-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did, and I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
And the Dogs are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. The play action fake. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Branch. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket, and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Humphries. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you play in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a third and long when they're up 7 and they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Got it, looking for a first. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Throwing right. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Just keeps slinging it. Gets it out quickly. He was smelling that end zone and then getting down at the 4 after the big pass play.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? On the backfield, it's Williams. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there and it just trickled through his fingers.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On the run, it's Avant. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's White. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Grabbed over the middle, it's Branch. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Branch.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Ball. Oh, he's got some space. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. They'll throw it from the red zone. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That's a bad sign for the offense. You're trying to throw screen passes to try to negate the pass rush from the defense. That time the pass rush even got home on a screen pass.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. With the catch, it's Humphries. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Now on the option. Touchdown, Georgia! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
And you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front, too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Johnson looking to throw. Makes the grab. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking for room. It's David. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game. You've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. It's Avant. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Gators are flying down the field. Give to the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback moving. Sails one into the middle. He's got it inside the 15. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Scrambling away. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Zings it complete to the right.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They are up by 7 over Clemson. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To throw, it's Mendoza. Got him there. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Got it in the middle, it's Branch. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Let's go! Running to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know in this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game, and you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run play action. Rush is on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. You already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller. Certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the...
Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Gators trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and depleting the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball to coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. That's got it. And they will score. Touchdown, Gator. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. As Florida fans like to say, come on, Gators, get up and go. And they're starting to go and run away from the Dogs.
It's great to be a Florida Gator. The Gators showing off the speed now, running away with this thing in the 2nd half. You're just seeing all the talent that they've been able to recruit down in Gainesville.
They've been recruiting talent. You think about Steve Spurrier, had such a great run with Florida as a head coach. They're taking care of business today. They're not making this look like much of a rout.
He'll bring it out. It's White. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. The short hands, it's Branch. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The number 1 goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy...
There he goes. Touchdown, Dogs. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that one.
And he tacked on the extra point. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Oh, look out, the ball's free.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll try the run. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important this thing ticking away. By going down inbounds, you're doing exactly that.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Using his legs, it's Webb. He'll be stopped short in line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Running to the left. Turning it on! Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Grant behind the line. It's Branch. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. That's caught. It's Branch. Breaks the tackle, and he's got continues to fight for yards. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
This offensive coordinator is going to have to be creative. Time is winding down, and the offense has to move quickly. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't wall themselves themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
He'll set up to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
The defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. He wants it all. Big fella moving. He's down at the one, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. The give. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the comeback is on.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The quarterback takes a knee. Glasses will be raised across the Sunshine State, a toast to the Florida Gators who take down Georgia in this rivalry game. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.